Hi, everybody. My name is Tylar Nicklis. Really excited to be here in Miami, get out of the cold of North Carolina, so thank you all for having me. I work for Bodyswaps. I manage the US office over there, and if you're unfamiliar with Bodyswaps, it is a tool that uses VR and AI to create a safe space for learners to develop soft skills. Now, whenever I say soft skills, I get a little bit of pushback that they shouldn't be called soft skills. They should be called something else to make them seem more important. Durable skills, essential skills, or human skills. No matter what you want to call them, I'm talking about the skills that really matter. So things like public speaking, job interviews, or having a really difficult conversation. These are skills that really shape careers and end up impacting your life. So how do we use virtual reality to do this? I want you to imagine just for a moment that a student has practiced a presentation all night long. They memorize the slides, memorize their script, and they come into class and they follow it exactly, sit down and they go, I nailed that. But in reality, it didn't go so well. The audience was disengaged, or the points didn't land exactly how they thought it would. And the problem is here that they don't have the opportunity to see themselves. So we walk around with this blind spot, not really understanding how people are really receiving us. So imagine for a moment that this student could step outside themselves for a moment and sit in the audience and watch how they came across, see how the points landed, see where the audience was not so engaged. And instead of wondering what went wrong, they can go back and practice and refine until they can get it right and build their skills and build their confidence. This is what we do at Bodyswaps. We give learners the ability to step outside themselves, see themselves from a different perspective, or body swap bodies, and they'll be able to get some feedback on how they're performing. So we're really providing them with clarity. And for decades, we have trained technical skills using simulations, frameworks, drills, but soft skills are a little bit harder to teach and measure. But AI is really changing how we're doing this, which is very, very exciting. So I want to take healthcare as an example. Yes, in healthcare, technical expertise is critical, but so are communication skills. Because it's not just about making patients feel safe and feel heard, it's making sure there's not going to be a medical error due to a communication error. So if a nurse misinterprets a doctor's orders, there's a shift change that's going too quickly, or maybe a patient's concerns get dismissed. These are things that happen every single day. They're not just hypotheticals. So there's studies out there that show that medical errors, the leading cause of those are actually communication errors. So how can we use simulation to make sure that this doesn't happen? VR and AI can really marry here, and we can assess and train learners really easily on certain frameworks. So for example, in healthcare, there is a tool called CUS, which stands for Concern, Uncomfortable, and Safety. And this is how medical professionals raise concerns together. And that's evaluating people against a framework. But that's really just scratching the surface of things. Now, with AI, we can build highly realistic, interactive patient simulations that allow students to practice difficult conversations, for example, not by reading a script, but by actually interacting with a virtual patient whose personality, condition, and emotions feel real. So, for example, who is the learner? Are they a nurse, a doctor, a patient, or a therapist? Because that will change the context of the scenario. Who is the patient going to be? Are they a cyclist who's hurt their knee? Or are they a mother of two suffering from postpartum depression? What is their mood at the time? Are they anxious, scared? These are all things that we can change and adapt for the context to help our learners be prepared for the real world. So they practice in this immersive environment, and they're not just memorizing responses, they're building genuine empathy and active listening skills. And when they're given AI-driven feedback, they can refine their approach, try again, and build confidence in a way that traditional training simply can't match. So when the real moment comes, a public speech, a job interview, a difficult conversation with a patient, they're not just prepared, they are ready to take that on. So Bodyswaps will be at the event tomorrow. We will have a demo table come put on a headset, try your best to answer an interview question, actively listen with a patient, or debate with a tough character. We also have some really interesting opportunities going on, some grant funding with Meta, so we'd love to get everyone involved. Thank you.